Hi, my name is Sonia Kang. I am the founder and designer of Mixed Up Clothing, a children's wear line that celebrates culture and diversity. So, the inspiration for the brand was as an Afro Latina born in Puerto Rico, and then my family transferred to the Hawaiian island of Oahu. Um, so I felt like I was always enriched by this mix of cultures and traditions. So I really started Mixed Up Clothing as a way to address the lack of multicultural representation in children's fashion. With my children, I married my husband, who is Korean American, and together we wanted to live this intentional life by bringing in products that look like our family, accurate reflections of, the foods, the music, the clothing. And so when I tried to do that for my children outside of, cultural and traditional outfits, there wasn't anything in the marketplace. So I decided who better to tell our stories than myself. So I sourced fabrics from around the world and I turned them into fun, everyday clothes with a goal to empower and to celebrate kids to feel proud of their unique identities. Yes, so I have a number of influences that I draw from, for when I came from Hawaii to California, my mom, my sister, and my brother, we moved in with my grandparents, and they're Latino. And here in California, it was in a pretty tough neighborhood. And my grandmother at this point had already, been retired, but because now she's was back raising small children and helping to raise small children, she actually went back to work at our local elementary school, which taught me the importance of, hard work and maybe doing your part in jumping in. So I feel like my leadership style is one of all hands on deck. There's nothing that I wouldn't do within the company. My grandfather was a journeyman, so he was like a jack of all trades, and he really taught us that be kind to everyone, regardless of their place in life. So I come at, my style as one of everyone has something to offer. So I think that's part of it. And my mother, as a single mom, taught me to um, you know, make sure my money was right, even though we didn't have very much, but we made sure that we were balancing our checkbooks and doing all those kind of things. So I think for me, it's really a amalgamation of all the different wonderful folks that have have been involved in my life that shaped my leadership approach. Yeah. So I think challenges, just as a reframe for myself, I try to see them as opportunities for growth and learning. So my approach is really kind of everything that I grew up with, not being um, wealthy or any of those kind of things. So I try to meet everything with resilience and adaptability. I try to involve my team in those kind of problem solving, and we seek guidance from my network of folks like fellow entrepreneurs, organizations that I'm able to kind of tap and ask questions. So for me, it's really this collaborative approach that helps me turn, some of the setbacks into learning experiences and these opportunities for growth. But I will share, one of the things that was is very hard still is having a business that when you're pitching to folks who don't look like you, to don't understand maybe your point of view or why it's important to have products like mixed up clothing on the shelves. So really, it's trying to reach them in a language that they speak. So sometimes it's a little different than what you've been used to, or but it's really trying to meet someone where they are so that they can understand why we need products that reflect our multicultural reality. Yeah, that's a great question. I think one it's I am angry about it at on the one hand, and the other part I'm like, okay, this is what we have to do. I often wonder if folks outside of the BIPOC community have to go through the amount of hurdles that we're talking about here in order for like buyers or any of the key decision makers to carry consumer product goods like mine. So again, it's somebody who doesn't look like me, who you're trying to get them to like believe why there's a product, there's a market for it. So those are the things that you have to do. You have to give them numbers, data, research. Um, you know, who are the buyers in our community, and it's really women who are doing a lot of the shopping. So you have to give them all these data. You have to show case studies. I love to use Little Libros and some of the other brands, the folks that the Nopaleras and Rizos curls that are paving the way for BIPOC brands that are saying, we're here, our numbers prove it. We're one of the fastest growing populations. They call us super consumers because of our trillions in buying power. So those are the numbers that, they hear and they need to see. So when you're going into pitch, you have to bring all that with you. Whereas, where I've talked in other rooms where folks are like, oh, wow, no, I just, gave them my line sheet and you're like, wait, how come I had to give all this data and really prove that I can do this? So again, it's the challenge, it's a reframe, it's an approach that you have to do. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was, some of the setbacks that and challenges that I've kind of dealt with. So I think I want to, start by saying I did not, come out of, Pacoima of nursing, I mean, of school, of college, pursuing becoming a business owner or even studying business. I actually went to university for nursing. I was a critical care registered nurse. So I feel like, the advice I give is really from a you know boots on the ground kind of coming at it from a clean slate. So for me it was really about embracing my unique story, and I feel like if I can share that with others and get them to know that that's actually what sets you apart, I think that's one of the things that I'd like to have folks kind of foster, right? That embrace their unique story. The other thing is, and I think it's important, and I think it's, something that we don't often talk about, but there's this generational trauma, I think, that affects Black and Brown communities that often lead to this self doubt and a fear of expecting good things to happen or just wanting to try. These, I think, are inherent kind of struggles that may create like these internal barriers that hold us back. So I really want folks to kind of think about those things as they're trying to hope or to start a new business or to have an idea, whether it's printing T-shirts that have wonderful messages of hope on them, or maybe it's creating a new skincare line or hair care products that's something that resonates within you or your community. I want those kind of hopes to speak louder than the negative voices that kind of go on, that we tell ourselves. Because sometimes in our community, there may not be as many folks that we can, turn to. And some of those folks may be coming from a place of fear. So I think it's really important that we talk to ourselves and talk to our community and have this peers and allies who can help turn off some of the noise that we hear, that come, from um, from a long time it's been building. So I really want folks to kind of invest in themselves and being patient with themselves, network, develop some skills, and just continue to talk about your hopes for the future, and to know that one person can make a difference. If you just keep telling the story and bringing others in, that's infectious, and people want to be a part of that. There's a part of me that, I've had to learn, that at the end of the day, after you thank, your creator, and you thank your family and your friends and everybody, that has means something to you, that you I really want folks to kind of focus on thanking yourself, and really kind of, if it weren't for you showing up every day, pushing through those doubts, and choosing to keep going, none of this, none your would be possible. So I really want folks to kind of celebrate themselves, honor your journey, recognize that you deserve to be here, and every bit of success and joy that comes your way. So again, thank you so much for having me. I hope you can stay tuned. Follow us on social media at Mixed Up Clothing. We are looking forward to some amazing stuff. We have holiday collection coming. It is going to have Pan Dulce prints and Dia de los Muertos prints. We're going to have jammies and play suits. And I think this is the day that I've really, been hoping for, to kind of see some of the things that we grew up with in the mainstream. So you could find us on Target.com, at Macy's.com, and we'll have a new announcement coming at the beginning of Q1. So we hope to see everybody there.